sunshine as you wake up on a Saturday here in New York City. Here's what's going on as we kick off our planner. So we're starting today with rain in the south, heavy rain at times in the Houston area, watching Memphis and Nashville. Indianapolis going to get wet today, and the snow is still falling in Nebraska and in Iowa too. Now we've had some snow today across portions of northern Indiana, northern Ohio, and there's going to be that chance for snow mixing in too as our system continues to cross into the mid-Atlantic. Again, higher elevations will get the chance. The mountains of West Virginia, maybe Virginia as well, will get some snow chances. And we'll have to keep an eye on early tomorrow morning for some snow chances around some of the western suburbs of D.C., western Maryland, the usual spots. That's where you're most likely to mix in some wet snow. But it is wet. Temperatures are still on the mild side, if not just downright warm across portions of the south. We've got 43 degrees for high New York City tomorrow. Boston, you'll be 35. Now, Orlando, we're going to be 82 degrees. That's after mid-80s today in portions of Florida. Let's go to your Monday forecast. We're still watching for the chance for some snow, higher elevations here across the west, but the system that we've been tracking for you here this weekend is still with us in the southeast, and we've got rain chances in South and North Carolina, also down into Florida as well as the front moves into the area. Temperatures, because of the rain and the clouds, will get knocked down in Florida 79 degrees. Now we get you into your Tuesday forecast, and we have to keep an eye on the west for Tuesday. Tuesday, we've got a system approaching the west coast. It's going to bring rain for you up and down the California coastline, and then this system actually takes a little jog to the south, and it disappears from our map for Wednesday, but it'll be back, so wait for it. Otherwise, the rest of the country pretty quiet on Wednesday. We'll have temperatures in the 40s in Denver. The snow will start to go away a little bit, but a snowpack like that, 15 inches plus in Denver, it takes a while, so it's going to be a few days. Then we take you into Florida too on Wednesday, where we still have some rain and thunderstorms in the forecast. Thursday, we'll keep an eye there into the Florida. If I were you, I would just seek shelter, wait till the storm passes on through. It's moving east at about 25 miles per hour. Let's talk about today's weather. Thunderstorms out there out ahead of our front today. They're going to be popping into Louisiana, also in Mississippi, Alabama too. A couple of thunderstorms. We have some snow on the northern edge of all of this. Now the worst of the snow is in Nebraska and in western Iowa, where it's a heavy snow. It's a wet, sort of back-breaking snow to shovel this morning there. And the snow is much, much wetter for you in northern Indiana and Ohio, where temperatures are going to be in the low 40s this afternoon. Most of that is just melting on the roads, not causing any major problems. Overnight tonight, we're going to keep an eye on things for you in West Virginia, maybe even in the western D.C. suburbs. We could see some wet snow mixing in. Grassy surfaces will be the spots to get it. And then tomorrow across the south, we've got the front trying to make it some headway. It's not going to make a lot of headway. There'll just be some scattered showers and some thunderstorms popping out ahead of this front. Now, this front, this whole system that we've been tracking is still with us on Monday. Slowest moving thing ever, isn't it? We're still watching for some rain in the Carolinas, a couple of thunderstorms in Florida, and we're going to watch for temperatures still on the relatively mild side across the east. In fact, most spots are above average. By the time we get to Tuesday, we'll keep an eye on the west coast for a weather maker to bring some rain to California.